Okay, hi guys. Happy Tuesday. It's Dream Team Chat Night, and I'm Alex. I'm super excited to talk about alternative party types for your business. I think this is super important to talk about because over the years it has changed a little bit, and what used to work, I guess in my case specifically, wasn't still working the same way. And so I had to change it up and learn along the way. And so I'm going to come share this with you guys as well. So I wanted to just start by talking about the benefit of front loading your calendar. Okay. And when I say front loading your calendar, if you've been on our team a while, you know exactly what this means. But if you're new, maybe, or you're watching on YouTube or something, you might not know the importance of front loading your calendar or what that means. And to me, in your Scentsy business, front loading your calendar is essential. And what this means is you are putting things in your calendar that that means something for your business, like parties, events, something where you know where your PRV is coming from. It doesn't necessarily have to be parties or events either, but you know, this is launching this day and I'm closing my boxes this day. So I'm closing an order this day. I opened a personal shopping link back here and we're closing it on this date. Things like that, tangible things on your calendar that show you where your sales, your PRV, your conversations are coming from. Okay. It's a way that you can look on your calendar and see what you've got going for the month or the months ahead. Okay. And so with Scentsy, Scentsy was formed as a party planning business. And what this means is when we get together with other people and share Scentsy, it works very beautifully. People buy a lot of Scentsy, people join, people book more parties. It's how the business model was built. Okay. This was many, many years ago, almost 20 years ago, where Tupperware and Avon and Mary Kay direct sales home parties were very much a thing. Okay. And it really took off, and that's where Scentsy blossomed. That's where their training really directed to, and for good reason, because there are so many benefits to a Scentsy party. Okay. You are talking high PRV, you get more sales, you get more customers, you have an easier time booking additional parties, and you have an easier time recruiting because people are seeing you right there, right then, asking questions, seeing the product, smelling the testers, being around it, being with other friends. They see the magic unfold. And so I'm not discrediting parties at all. I think they're so valuable, and I think they have many benefits. If you are familiar with the 3 legs of success, another Scentsy leader coined this term, 3 legs of success in your Scentsy business. And it's sales, PRV is one leg. The second leg is sponsoring. And this third leg to keep your stool standing is training. Okay. Training for yourself, for your team, self-improvement, and then like teaching others. Okay. So that's considered the 3 legs of success. And in my opinion, parties gave you all 3 of those things. They gave you sales, they gave you recruits, and then you were doing things in your business. So you're learning a lot. Therefore, you have things to teach. So you had training content, right? And you're learning along the way. So in my opinion, parties create a very well-rounded business, especially when done consistently. And that is why they were such a hit. That's why they are such a hit. If you are still partying in your business, and it's working for you, then I would never say abandon that ship. I would say you hold on to that ship and you just like nurture that baby. Okay. I do believe that parties, like while they're like in a, things are changing, I do still think that there is a group of people that parties are extremely successful with. So I never want to say just like ditch that thought. Okay. But I have noticed in the recent years, there has been a shift. And I do think it's, through COVID and, social distancing and all these things, there's just been a natural, but very quick shift to more of like an influencer type approach. There's been a shift where it's very much less face-to-face, meaning it's very much less home parties. And now it's much more behind the scenes and your day-to-day life. And it's much more like in your face public. Okay. And I don't mean this in a bad way at all. I mean in your face in the best possible way. I think it has, if you were with Scentsy before COVID, um, there's no doubt at all that you've seen the jump in your business. Okay. Scentsy went through a hyper growth period through the pandemic and grew tremendously. Like if you were active in your business was growing. Like it was insane in the best way. It was insane in the best way. Okay. But with that was a huge shift in the way that we share our products because we weren't face to face. We weren't even sharing testers. Okay. And so it took on a whole new approach. We had to shift with the tides, and we very much did. We did that in an amazing way through the pandemic. And while the pandemic sucked in so many ways and it was so hard and there were so many obstacles, and I'll never discredit that, but I will say it did amazing things for my business and many other businesses here. Mandy promoted to director in 4 months. Okay. Like insane stuff happened. And she's not the only one. Like many people had extreme hyper growth. I think we went from a group of like 200 to a group of like 900 in like 2 years. Like it was incredible. But like I said, that did kind of shift the tides in the way that we approach it. Okay. So while I don't think for everyone it's changed, I do think some people are going back into home parties and seeing success with that. And I love that. I think that's amazing. But for many people, it did shift. And then especially if you're talking about the new consultants who have came in since this, they don't even see home parties as people before were seeing them, because not as many consultants are doing home parties, training on home parties, experiencing home parties as they were in the past. And so I'm finding new consultants who haven't even ever had a home party or a launch party. And while I'm finding that this is okay because you can still be successful without it, I don't want to say like we should never home party again, because I know the value in that. But I do see the value in the way that things have changed. And so I want to talk about kind of this new approach, because I feel like this new approach still gives you those 3 legs of success. You're still getting the PRV, the new people in your business, the recruits, and you're still doing things and learning things that then you can teach other people, the training part of it. I think with the new approach that has been taken, you still get all of that. It's just in a totally different way. And so, so the first like side of this new approach, and also wanting to note that this isn't necessarily 100% new for all of us. Many of us are doing these things on top of doing home parties or events or local things. Okay. And I think that's great. Okay. For me personally, I do a mix of it all: in person, online, virtual, customer service, all of it. Okay. But just hear me out. Okay. So for this new approach of parties, this new approach of building your business, I think is beneficial to be on public platforms. And so by public platforms, I mean Instagram, I mean Pinterest, I mean YouTube, I mean a Facebook business page, Google, like you can do Google business pages. I think anywhere that it can be public, that you can put out posts, that you can somehow get an audience viewing your content, like hashtags, like not being on private, like posting consistently on public platforms, can be huge. Okay. What this does, posting on a public platform, much like home parties, is it sets a clear purpose. It is telling people, I am working my business. I'm open for business. I want your business. I'm staying up to date. I am here. I'm your Scentsy girl. I'm open. I want to grow. It is a clear purpose for your audience. Okay. And so keep that in mind as you're moving forward with your business. Do I have a clear on button? Do people, whether they bump into me in person or I'm doing a home party or I'm on my social media or on my Instagram or I'm trying Pinterest, is it clear that I am looking for sales, that I am trying to build my business? Is my purpose clear? Okay. I also think that having a public Like a public platform allows you to grow your business 100%. I utilize hashtags on Instagram, and I have literally had like over 600 followers in the last 2 months just from hashtags alone. I have had a woman join my team just from searching the Scentsy hashtag. I have had people do Cinderella pre-orders just from searching hashtags. Okay. The power of hashtags is huge. Okay. But you want to make sure that you're putting out content that is eye-catching, right? For example, like for some reason on Instagram, like on Wednesdays, I post a well, I could just show you on my phone. I post like a Wax Wednesday picture on my Instagram, and I swear just the way that I hold the bar in my picture, like these pictures get picked up by the algorithm under the Scentsy hashtag. And so these pictures are always the ones with like a ton of likes on it. Okay. And it's just the pictures where I'm holding the bar like in the corner. Okay. Like on all of these pictures, and I tend to do it like every Wednesday, is I just do a bar up close, and it's eye catching, especially when it has the Scentsy logo in it. Okay. And that pulls on the hashtag Scentsy and hashtag Scentsy snapshot algorithm almost every time. And so from that means I'm boosted up in the algorithm. And so when people look up hashtag Scentsy or hashtag lavender or hashtag Monday mood, and I'm up there in that algorithm, then they go to my picture or they follow me or they watch my stories. Okay. Yes, Cynthia, I promise you, if you just keep it up, and Brianna was the one who gave me this pep talk. She's like, if you just keep it up, like you will see the growth. And it's true. Like on any of the reels I'm posting, I'm getting thousands of views, lots of new followers. It works. Using a public platform, it works. And it doesn't just have to be Instagram. You could put the same attention into your Facebook business page, use hashtags, maybe boost a post here or there. And people get awesome results on their Facebook business page, their public business page, not a VIP group. Okay. People rock the Pinterest world. And the cool thing with Pinterest is it can be around for a long time. Like with Instagram, it's very short. It's like one day, you have one day of scrolling, but with Pinterest, those pins will circulate for years and years. And if you link your site to it, they click the picture, takes them to your site. People have amazing results with Pinterest. Okay. So if you're on Pinterest a lot, if you have boards like crazy, like venture into it, just try. I believe you can use hashtags on Pinterest too. YouTube, right? If you go live in your VIP groups, unboxing everything, save the video, upload it to YouTube, use some hashtags, use some major keywords, right? I promise you, public platforms are amazing. They are amazing, but you have to make sure that you are giving them a clear purpose. I want your business. I'm ready to work. Okay. And then also with this public platform, I think it's super important. And this is all new for me, like within the last 6 months. Okay. I've really been diving into this, but not really. We've talked about this for many years now, but like I've been diving into this more. But with the public platform, you have to recognize that you are the brand, not Scentsy. People can go to Scentsy.com and buy this yellow wax bar. Okay. But they find my post holding my bar and it's captivating to them. So they click my name, they scroll my Instagram, they follow me, they watch my stories, they click my link because they connected with me. Okay. And it's the same for Norma. She's building her brand. She's the grandma. She loves her grandbabies. She's making sure her house is baby safe. She's prepping for the baby. That's her brand that she's building that people are going to relate with and shop with. Okay. Now you don't have to get all personal and spill all your guts, right? Like you don't, trust me, but you do have to be yourself, and you have to recognize like, okay, do I have a clear purpose? And am I being authentically me to where I can attract people? Because if you're not being authentically you, you're not going to attract people. And this is an attraction marketing business. Okay. It's a lifestyle business. We have something for every single part of your life, plus kids and pets and travel and gifts and this and that. Okay. We have products for every single part of your life. Therefore, we are a lifestyle brand. Therefore, we can share how we use Scentsy every day in our life. And if we are intentional, if we have a clear purpose on what we're doing and we're focusing on good content, good lighting, a catchy phrase, like I've been really doing, the Tip Tuesday, Wax Wednesday, Warmer Wednesday, Thrifty Thursday, Fan Friday, Fragrance Flower Friday, Favorite Friday. I've really been doing the play on words because it's easy content for me. It's something easy that I can catchphrase, that I can do it again and again, that people can remember. Okay, you have to be intentional about this public platform part, guys. And I think this can be the hardest part because many of us did not go to school for marketing. Many of us do not have a degree in technology. Okay. So for all of us, most of us, this is a huge learning curve. It's a huge learning curve to come up with your brand and your colors and your font and your filters and your hashtags and your captions and your content and being on every day and sharing every day. And don't forget to be authentic. It's a lot. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's a lot. It does get easier with more practice. It does get easier with intention, like a power hour, like just sitting down and doing the work you need to do, right? Instead of dilly-dallying or like half-assing it. Okay. It does get easier, but it's not easy. And so one thing that I have learned with this like public platform is that it's important to have / be learning a strategy. Okay. So like a strategy, like make sure that you have a clear purpose. Your strategy, like make sure you're being intentional with the types of pictures you're posting, or that you have a strategy that you're going to post in your stories every day, or you have a strategy that you want to use these same colors for your texts or your backgrounds. These are strategies, and you can learn, you guys, you can learn. The information is out there. Like, honestly, I find a lot of strategies on Instagram, like scrolling. I follow, my algorithm has picked up that I'm in, a sales business. And so my algorithm has picked up other people helping people who are in sales businesses, showing them how to create reels or showing them how to do branding. Or sometimes I'm on Pinterest and I search, Instagram branding, because that's really where I'm putting my focus right now. But it could be anything, Pinterest, YouTube, whatever. And I learn about different ways to market myself in a public platform. And you guys, I know that like that isn't fun to do. And I know that it can be outside of your comfort zone, especially if you don't love social media. I really get that. I have a really good friend. She owns a waxing studio, and like social media is not her jam. Like, she is very stressed out by it, but she has come to realize that it is so important in her business to have her business be on in a way that you can see it, because that's how people connect. That's how now in this day and age, if we're not having home parties, we have to connect with our audience somehow. We have to grow our network somehow. We have to expand our business somehow. We have to get new products under new eyes somehow. And I'm telling you guys, if you can dive into these social platforms, you can really see some awesome growth, and you don't have to be perfect at it, because your network isn't the same as this superstar director's network and this superstar director's network. So like, there's no competition. It's just you being your best self to your network. There's enough people out there that we can share, and we can be intentional, and we can be open for business and pulling call to actions into our business. And there's enough for us all to be successful. So go for it. Just try. It doesn't have to be some big, huge thrown together marketing plan where you're sitting down with a marketing strategist. Okay. We have the opportunity to learn and grow right here for free. Okay. So just start where you are and start just thinking about making sure that you are open for business. I mentioned call to action. So that's things like, follow me for more tips, like this if you agree, like comment below your favorite scent. What are you warming today? put it in the comments. A call to action is like asking them to do something. Okay. So like when you are typing up, like if you're going to take the time to post a beautiful photo, take the time to write the caption, take the time to think of the hashtags, take the time to create this public platform, also take the time to do a call to action. It doesn't have to be on every single thing that you do, but some call to actions here and there, especially on reels. Reels are a great way to do call to actions, things like that. That is going to encourage your network to engage with you how you're wanting. Okay. So just keep that in mind for the public platform. I think it is very important. And I know, like Nancy said, she's thinking about switching from private to public. And I get the hesitation. I really do. So like for me personally, my Facebook is not somewhere that I'm doing this type of marketing, because my Facebook is more of like my private friends and family and Scentsy friends. And while I have customers on my Facebook, to me, that's more of like my private network, which is where I'm going to next. Okay. But so for me, my public network that I have public, that I'm using hashtags, that I'm being intentional about, that I'm posting every day or sometimes twice a day, that I'm being intentional with the filters that I'm using, the way that I'm typing, the call to actions that I'm putting, the hashtags I'm using. That's on my public platform. That's where people can find me and reach me. I can build relationships with them and then pull them into my private platforms. Okay. Which is my part 2 of this new approach, which is private platforms / customer service, because that's where the magic happens. Once you can get them in your private platform, whether that be they ordered and now they're in your contacts tab of the workstation, or they clicked that Linktree link in your bio and they joined your customer group, or they ordered from you and you guys started chatting and you added them on Facebook, or now they get your weekly emails because they're a customer of yours or they opt in. Now they're in that funnel of your private platform, right? So you started here, right? And you funneled them in to this private platform where they get to really experience more and better your customer service side of it, right? So whatever that looks like for you, however you pulled them into this lower funnel, that's, in my opinion, the goal, right? Get people watching your business, get people following you on your public platforms, and funnel them in to those smaller platforms where you can send them samples, get their information to follow up, send them a catalog in the mail and then follow up with them, book a party with them, talk to them about joining, getting your weekly emails, seeing your kids and your pets in your VIP group, right? That is really cool. Okay. Where they're getting your mailing, they're getting something. They started here where they found you on a hashtag, and then now they're over here opening their mailbox, getting fun mail from you. Okay. So they're two totally different like parts, and they both took effort and intention, but getting them to that like private area where you guys are talking, building relationships, trust. This is where the teammates come from. This is where the party hosts come from. This is where the Scentsy Club subscribers come. Okay. You might get some of that from them watching your public platform. Most likely it's a sale, right? They're up here in your public platform and they're watching, and then they order usually, or they reach out, or they join your page, right? It's not usually that they're joining Scentsy Club from finding you, or they're joining your team from finding you right away. That's where it takes a little bit of work to get them here, right? And that little bit of work is being consistent on your public platform, being open, let people know you want their business, let people know you want them to engage, let people know what you want, that you're open for business and that you want more. Okay. And then you will pull them into that relationship and trust building part where the magic really happens. Okay. Where a month, 2, 3 months from now, they're sitting on a dream team chat with us. Okay. Like that, in my opinion, has been the best transition through this whole thing to continue my network growing, is being open for business online. Okay. And so those were my like main 2 parts, but also I wanted to mention to continue trying things like the personal shopping links. I'll tell you what, once I get people into that private funnel of fun where we're like really building relationships, personal shopping links are my jam. To me, that has been the best way that I have been able to treat my customers like VIP and get a lot of sales, because I find when I open my customers' personal shopping links, they are ordering more than they normally would. Okay. And then they're also sharing it with their coworkers and friends and family. So I have gotten quite a few referrals, and also just like been able to treat my VIP customers like gold, offering those personal shopping links. So don't forget about those. Don't forget about personal boxes. So this month I'm doing a boho box, which is just like totally up my alley. So this is my box for this month. I think personal boxes are a really great way to continue partying and getting PRV, getting people excited in your business. That's not necessarily a home party. Facebook parties, I think if you are doing Facebook parties and you are good at them, I would love to hear from you. Please like comment in the comments, or on, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment in the comments on YouTube, or like tomorrow on the team page. If you guys know someone who has been rocking Facebook parties, I would love for them to host a dream team chat, because I think Facebook parties still do have potential. I just think they've changed quite a bit and we need to figure out like what's working. Okay. So if that's you, please speak up, and like I promise I'll buy you cookies or something for doing a dream team chat on Facebook parties. Okay. So I want to mention that. Also grab bags. I think grab bags are coming back. Michelle, I'm going to message you. Okay. I think grab bags are coming back. That's basically where you put some Scentsy goodies in a bag and send it off to a coworker, a teacher, a friend, a family, whatever. And they collect orders from their friends and family. That was like the OG way to like break away from the home parties way back in the day, was grab bags. And I love them. I love grab bags. So I think those are so good. Open houses, invite people over when the catalog changes, or when you get testers in, when you get a new order in, invite people over. It doesn't even have to be something so formal. You can text like your neighbor, your best friend, your mother-in-law, and your sister and be like, hey, come over on Friday night and like smell my new Scentsy with me. It doesn't have to be anything formal, but it could be. You could make a whole open house where you are just like telling everyone to come. It's a Facebook event, whatever, all the things. Okay. So I think open houses are super fun. I know Mandy has done an open house that was really awesome for her. Yay, Norma, I just saw you have someone joining tonight. Congratulations. That's so awesome. Okay. Also fundraisers, auctions. Now I wrote auctions, and as I was writing it, I was like, I need to actually check compliance to see if we can do auctions. But regardless, fundraisers are an amazing way to raise funds and also grow your business, grow your network. Okay. And then themed parties and events like bingo, bunko, best dress, like Christmas in July, like whatever. There's so many fun events that you can do online or in person. Like, don't count these out. There's 1,017 ways to work your Scentsy business. You have to find what works for you. What works for me is not going to be what works for you all the time, right? Sometimes we take amazing ideas from each other, like, and I love that, but what works for me is not going to be what works for you down to the T. And so we have to find what works for you guys. You have to find what works for you. I have to find what works for me. We have to tweak it along the way. Which hopefully you guys are aware that like it does change along the way, and you have to kind of figure out what to do along the way. But for the most part, you guys, if you are willing to just try new things, maybe revisit a thing from the past that didn't work and try it with a new spin, I have no doubt that you guys are going to be successful. You guys already are successful. It's just kind of navigating the new waves that Scentsy brings us. And so I wanted you guys to just remember that there are other options too that you could be working on in your business. Maybe if you feel like you've got that social media part going down, maybe you could try something else like a grab bag or a fundraiser or something like that. Also, I have awesome success in my local groups, like local mom groups. I like sometimes I'll offer up a bar or two for free, like, or some bars that are half used, like for free, or say like I'm doing some drop-offs, like who wants a new catalog and samples. And so of course there's rules for every group, but I have found some awesome groups that I am able to advertise in, or maybe on certain days, and I've had great luck with that too. So again, I think it comes back to like, are you clear that you're open for business? Are you letting people know that you want business, that you want more? And there's so many different ways to kind of go about that, but hopefully hearing my take on these new approaches will help you figure out a way to maybe approach it in a new light. So that's my hope for you guys.